Back at the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas, where the Cougs defeat Northern Iowa 76-68. Washington State wraps up non-conference play with a 10-3 record, and we are joined now, sitting next to the head coach of the Cougs, David Riley. Coach, it's a pretty good way to get an early Christmas gift, to get this victory over a Northern Iowa team that had won 4 straight, come out and have just another phenomenal first half, and then kind of ride the wave in that second half. And despite Northern Iowa making a good effort to try to rally and come back themselves to hang on and get the 8-point win.
Yeah, it was a heck of a start. I thought our guys played the most disciplined half we've played all season, that first half, and it was really excited to see how good we can be when we're playing that way. And, I think that's an issue for our team right now, that we got to be a little more consistent. We're a little bit streaky right now, and I'd like to see us go close those games out with a little more comfort. But a win's the win, and just excited for our guys to be able to go home for Christmas and enjoy it a little bit more. We were talking about it. I mean, every hour or two for the last 3 days, I just had a kind of sinking feeling in my stomach, like, gosh, we blew it versus UW. We didn't play our best game, and so I'm excited I don't have to feel that, at least for over the Christmas break.
Well, that's what's so good about basketball. There's always the next day. But I thought not only was your offense great in the first half, I thought the defensive rotations and us not losing sight of guys. And in the second half, they got some more open shots where guys came over and helped when they probably shouldn't have. But defensive rotation, I thought, in the first half really got you going.
I agree. I think that's where the discipline showed. I think it showed off on both ends, actually. Like, we did a good job sharing the ball on offense and being patient. But defensively, you're absolutely right. Like, the rotations were on point. We were being aggressive without gambling.
Yep.
We were being physical without fouling. And I just think if we can kind of understand, because that was the exact opposite of UW. It was our least disciplined game of the year, the least focused we've been, the most casual we've been. And so I think we learned that lesson, hopefully, and we'll be able to carry that through the rest of the season.
Only 8 guys that you had to lean on in this game. 3 of them finished in double figures. Nate with 16 also had 6 assists. Dane 15 points on 6 of 7 shooting. He had 4 assists himself. Lawan, his 5th double-double of the season, 14 points, 12 rebounds. How great was it to see? Because all 8 of those guys, and you go down to the 3 off the bench, Parker Garrett and Okafor Case. Why not? Tomas is a true freshman making his first start. All of them made major contributions in this victory.
Yeah, and it's just the thing we've talked about all year. We have a deep team. We have a competitive team. There's a reason all those guys are in Washington State uniforms. And, I think we've had great leadership from the guys that have been hurt. Like Cedric and Isaiah have been there before. They know what it takes, and they're breathing confidence into these guys because, the reality is there was days during the preseason where they were kicking their butt, and they're every bit as ready as everyone else in this team. And to have 2 freshmen like Case and Thomas step up like that is awesome.
So I want you to know, I thought Tomas did a really good job today as a freshman. We changed the name from the Euro step to the Icelandic step. He used it twice tonight.
He had some good ones.
He did.
Yeah, no, he's got great footwork, and, I mean, his body as a freshman is crazy. So when he bumps guys and he's got that strong pivot foot, he's pretty tough to stop.
Well, you said that, one of the big reasons to have this game in this location was to get a taste for the conference tournament. This is the site of where the Cougs hope to be playing a number of games and having a lot of success in March. How did it feel to be in this building and to get this game under your belt in this environment?
I think it just gives our guys a little more comfort going into March when we have to play here and everything's on the line, and we've got enough distractions as it is at that point. So I think it's an advantage. It's something that we talked about as a staff, and hopefully it pays off.
So you're 10-3, conference starts. What's on your agenda? What are you going to let these guys do for the next 5 days?
Oh man, we'll get everyone back Christmas night, and we'll get some shots up on Christmas night, get a good practice on the 26th, and then head off to Portland on the 27th for our first conference game. And so, we had a good talk in the locker room, and the most of these guys. A couple Europeans aren't doing it, but most of these guys are going home to their families and the people that helped raise them, and they've had a lot of help to get to this point, and there's a lot to be grateful for and be thankful for. And so just making sure that we're spending this time with our loved ones and being thankful and really soaking that up, because it's going to be a mental grind these next few months going into March.
And the eggnog tastes a little sweeter after a victory in the final game before Christmas. Cougs get it done, 76-68, beating Northern Iowa. Coach, Appreciate the time. Congrats on the victory. Have a great Christmas, and we'll all be back together for the first conference game coming up in Portland. So all those Coug fans in the Portland area, in the Vancouver area, come on down, cheer on the team. 5 o'clock tip-off against the Pilots on the 28th.
Merry Christmas. Go Cougs.